he invited me up onto his porch and looked at the flyer and said, "Oh, okay, Church of Christ." He said, "Aren't you that group that says baptism's got something to do with saving us?" And I said, "Well, we would want people to know that we believe Jesus is the one who saves us, but what does Jesus say?" And he said, "Young man, how old are you?" And I told him my age. I was in my early 20s at the time. He said, "Young man, I've been reading my Bible," and he pointed at a Bible nearby. "I've been reading my Bible more years than you've been on this earth. And I'm going to tell you right now, there ain't no place in the Bible that comes right out and says baptism saves us. I'll tell you that much." It's exactly the way he worded it. I was respectful, as we sure should be. But I said, "Sir, I notice you have a Bible near. Do you believe the Bible?" "I believe every word of the Bible, young man. Absolutely, every word of it." I said, "Would you mind looking at a verse from the Bible?" He picked it up, and I invited him to go to 1 Peter 3:21. And you remember, verse 20 talks about how 8 souls were saved by water in the days of Noah and the flood and the ark. But then it says in verse 21, "The like figure whereunto even baptism does also now save us, not the putting away of the filth of the flesh, but the answer of a good conscience toward God by the resurrection of Jesus Christ." Ask him if he would read 1 Peter 3:21. He didn't read it out loud, Mike, but his lips were moving. And I could see a phrase that he just kept reading over and over. The same man who just told me there ain't no place in the Bible that comes right out and says baptism saves us is now reading a phrase from the Bible that says baptism does also now save us. And I said, "Sir, what does the inspired apostle Peter say baptism does?" I'll never forget, Bible was trembling in his hand, and he said, "Well, he says it saves us, but I don't believe it. Now get off of my property." Broke my heart. Here's a man who saw what the Word of God said, but he was not willing to embrace it. I pray that we've got honest and good hearts that will do the opposite of that.